Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a nice cup of mango juice drink, freshly squeezed from the carton, and there's a Polaroid in the background that we can't click on. That's a shame. Anyway, in the previous video of Prison Architect, we were renovating a prison from 2013, one of the very first prisons that we made on the channel. It was called Mordor 2 More Doors, a sequel to More Doors, which was, I think, the very first, but sadly the save has been lost to the annals of time. And in that video, we managed to bring the prison up to modern standards, and I thought that would be a nice thing to do and continue on with. So we're going to load up another prison, and it's not necessarily going to be a full redo, but more of a rebuild for reasons that you will see in but a moment. Anyway, we're going to go over to load prison, then go right to the bottom, and we have the saves from 2013, some of the very first ones, prisons that we made on the channel. So back when I was younger, slimmer, had less grey hair, and was still just as incompetent. So at least that's a constant, which, well, we've got that going for us, which is nice. We've got the Mordor 2 final there, which is the one that we renovated, and we have MinSec and MaxSec. So this will be around Alpha 5 or Alpha 6 in 2013, I believe, where they brought in the different categorizations of prisoners, and we made a series. We actually had two series running at the same time, one with low risk prisoners and one with the high risk prisoners. I'm going to load up the MinSec because you'll be able to see exactly what it is like, and this is the one we're not going to renovate because, quite frankly, it's pretty much already done. There's nothing much to really do. So if we go from the entrance here, this is just going to be a quick tour. We have, obviously, our main entrance with the doors there. We can put some automatic door openers if we really wanted to. This is obviously all staff only and such, and you can see that we have a kitchen, storage, canteen, and then we've got also the metal detectors in here as well. We got a yard in the center, which is quite large, and then we have a common room all the way around the outside. Strangely, I originally put in these large TVs, and they didn't work at the time of adding these in the game, but since the game has obviously progressed on in the last 7 years, they now do work, and in fact, they function exactly how they should, and how they were probably originally intended to do, and they will now work, so that doesn't require any overhauling. The laundry does require some ironing boards, because those weren't in at the time. This strange setup for the CCTV monitors still works, so that is fine. The infirmary is far too large. Oh, I obviously haven't connected up these CCTV monitors, but basically, put in a door there, connect up the CCTV monitors, fix everything in the laundry, increase the infirmary. We'll probably have to alter the workshop slightly because of the input and output things on the presses and on the saws, and obviously extend it down, but that's pretty much all we need to do. There's not much there. We've got a huge bit of room up the top here where, if we wanted to, and what we would probably do is add things. Oh, by the way, I don't know why the visitation's in the center, just to point that out. We'd probably put all of our extra stuff up the top here, things that have been added since this alpha. So we put in all of the shops and the library and the classroom and probably that sort of thing, even a protective custody area if we needed to. But as this is low risk, there probably wouldn't be any great need, or parole as well and things like that. But basically, this prison is not really a challenge. However, what is a challenge, if we go to load game and then right to the bottom, is loading up the MaxSec final, and this failed drastically and in a catastrophic manner. You might look at this and think, wow, this has been a little bit of a problem around here, and yes, there was a bit of a problem. It was fighting in the shower, followed by loads of flooding, followed by electrocution, and then a massive fire, and times that by 2. So, not entirely great, is it? So, we need to do something about that one. This is the MaxSec prison that we designed, and as you can see, it is fairly rubbish in oh so many ways. The common room should have been extended, we should have made the shower a bit bigger, and I don't know why this one is different to this. I think it's because of the walkways. This was supposed to be accessible by prisoners. You can see they go all the way down there. Then we have our visitation in the center, followed by security, and the laundry's on the left, and we've got the infirmary, morgue, and the kitchen. All this is like got the staff doors and such, and it works so that all of these can be sectioned off if need be. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the idea in the original design, but there's a lot of stuff that we need and haven't put in. So for example, we've got these areas here that I'll probably end up extending. I want to put another section on here where we'll have probably a parole area, and we'll do it on this one because this one's going to be cloned. I'll clone this and flip it and move it up to the top. We also need to obviously fix all of the problems with, well, the fire damage and that sort of thing. We need to beef up security. There's loads of things we need to do, so we're going to crack on with that now. So I'm going to go over to our intake and close that intake off because I really don't want any more prisoners turning up. I'm going to go over to grants, and we've got all sorts of things to get. So I'm going to go for cell block B, which will, when we unpause it, be completed straight away. We will get prison maintenance, which we should be able to do because we just need to hire one gardener. So staff and then a gardener. And there we go. That is that grant now done. Visitation rights, we will get that. That's now completed. Security procedure certification, we'll get that. And we need to unlock patrols as well as patrol routes and assign them. So we're going to go for our, what is it? Actually, where is deployment? That's, it's already done. Unlock patrols through bureaucracy. Patrols, there we go, that's fine. While we're here, we will also get education, extra bank loan, bank loan and grant. Yeah, we'll get those on the go. We're not going to get legal for now, although it is possible. I did contemplate redoing a lot of this to have these cells a lot smaller. Not going to do that because it would take quite a while to do so. So I think that's why I'm not gonna bother there. This walkway around the outside is a decent one. It's got these large jail doors there, and obviously they could walk all the way around and go through the area. Now, if I was going to redo this from scratch and do it. What with the tools we have now is I would assign these... Where's that guy off to? Has he just walked out of the facility? He has literally just walked out of the facility and through that door. Let me just go over to deployment here and make sure that that is set to staff only. And all of this should be set to staff only as well. In fact, all of this will be set to staff only. That bit there, storage, all this bit around the outside. This section should be staff only. This section shouldn't be. Actually, no, I will... Do I need to have that staff only? That can be staff only for now, but it has to be connected to this eventually. That can be staff only. That can be staff only. The morgue is staff only, but the infirmary isn't, which is fine. That is set to staff. Security is going to be staff only, as is the laundry, because we don't want any of them working in there. There's no access to that section, but I will assign staff only to it anyway because, well, we can. And that is about right. So there's a basic overhaul. That says insecure. That is... is it questioning its identity, or is it just saying there's a problem with the garbage there? I'm really not too sure. Anyway, what we need to do is, like I say, make some changes. The problem is that we're going to have to add in a lot of buildings that didn't exist back when this prison was originally created. So we haven't got parole, we haven't got any church or anything like that. Now, we don't need those. We don't actually need a lot of those. Let me just go for short-term investment, and that should do us for now. So things like, if we go over to the rooms, we've got the needs as in the laundry. Let me just force that door open. Actually, what I'm going to do is go to staff guards and then hire up to 36 guards, because why not? We've got 8 janitors, which I don't think is strictly necessary. Anyway, so back over to our rooms there, we've got things like the common rooms are fine, we've got in the centre there, we've got which need changing. Visitation is in, but it's not very big at all. We could probably alter that. In fact, I might go ahead and change this security room in the centre and have it somewhere else. But the problem is, where do I put this security room? We have these security rooms here and in here like so, and you can see these have got these are for the CCTV, but we don't have any automatic door openers, which would probably have to go in the centre, which is a very risky proposition. So there's all different types of things to go on with. Right, back to the rooms for a third time. Shop, we haven't got. Mailroom, we haven't got. Reception, I do want, so I'll put that in. Parole, we haven't got, but I do want to put that in. Staff room, we have to build that as well. And I think that's about it for now for the basics. But let's go ahead and go over to our utilities and then electrical cable, and we're going to start connecting these up to the grid. So all of these are actually turned off, so I'll switch on both of these, and that's switched on. We'll do the same, that one switch on. We'll also switch on the water, and then once again on with the water. At least these were put in, so that's all fine. I'm going to go over to objects and then to dismantle object, and I'm going to dismantle all of these metal detectors across there because, quite frankly, they're just a massive fire hazard. So we'll do that there, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side, and then we don't have to do that one there because it doesn't exist. I'm also going to do the same thing for these televisions because, well, frankly, they don't work like that anymore. So I'll get rid of all of those. I'll get rid of the ones up here as well, and that should do for now. I'll also probably remove some in here, but I'll have to see how that one goes. Let me go over to utilities and then to connections, and I'm going to connect up this to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to go down to this one and do the same sort of thing. So we're just trying to get this thing back together. So this is not just an overhaul. This is a rebuild, essentially. So let's connect all... Oh, 1 second. Connections there. So 1, 2. That is now fine. Over to this side as well, because we do have the possibility to do that. 1, 2, 3. Capability is more the right term, and then that's connected up as well. And then in the center we don't have anything there. So what I'm going to do is dismantle any of these that don't have connections. So I think it's those ones there, and that should still function. And then what I'll do is probably put the door openers on this area. So this door opener here will control the doors around like say these different areas. I'm just checking as well. I'm seeing a lot of redundant places for the metal detectors. So at the moment, we've got these metal detectors here. That's perfectly acceptable. But this security room, if that's not staff only, they can request to go through that and totally avoid these metal detectors. So that's a big hole. So we'll have to plug that gap, which we've just done. That didn't take too long, did it? We're going to go over to here, and we're going to say objects, and we need to have an ironing board small, and we're going to put an ironing board small all the way across, like so. And then that should actually function. Right, that's all fine. Let's speed up to max speed and let the workers crack on with whatever they need to do. We'll also go down to the walls and doors and to the concrete wall. Now, I would very much like to redo some of these areas, but it is unrealistic to think we're going to completely rebuild a lot of it. I'm just trying to think of the shower, and that shower is completely all over the place. Let's get rid of that bench there. And we can also see these prisoners they're in like white shirts. I don't know what that's all about. We need to assign 3 guards to patrol routes, so we're going to do that just for our grant. So let's go over to our deployment and then over to patrols, and then we've got blue patrol. Oh, we've actually got all the patrols set up, as you can see, which, good grief, they need redoing. Okay, I'll assign 1 to blue patrol there. I'll assign assign guards. I'll assign 1 to that one there. I'll assign 1 to that one there, and then 1 to that one there. Now that's that grant done. I'll go back and check the other ones, because those were just all over the place. Back over to our grants here, and we can see that we've got governmental security ratings, because it says we need dog handlers and armed guards. We're probably going to get armed guards, so that's fine with me. Let's go back over to bureaucracy, unlock dogs, unlock armory, unlock remote access, and that should be fine. Yep, that's about right. I think our intelligence as well, and prison policy. Let's just get the lot, and there you go. Right, so they are now putting in some extra stuff here. Now I'm just going to double check. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is fine. So I'm going to dismantle some of these bits in here, and actually I'm just going to dismantle. I'm going to dismantle the lot. All of these right across. Dismantle. Get rid of those. That's fine. Same thing for here. I'm going to dismantle. Oh, that bench has already been primed for dismantling, and we'll have to do over there. That's actually already set. So we'll go to the drain, dismantle that, and then this drain, dismantle that. Okay, and then this bench as well, because it's not in the middle for some strange reason. Obviously, a lot of things have been locked open. That will completely change once I've put in the extra walkways and such, and put the automatic door openers in. That's another dingling noise. I was hoping it was the extra grant, but it is not. So there we are. So I'm just waiting for... Good grief, they're not taking these bodies yet? Why is that? They're just constantly bleeding out on the floor. Anyway, I'm just double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4... Hang on. Planning. Walls. That's 7 along there and 6 along there. So part of that wall needs to be demolished. Demolish walls. Over here, waiting for that to be sorted anyway. So 6 and 6. Okay, there's that fine. They're getting picked up, they're getting moved. We do have a morgue, but it's not finished. Morgue slab. Right across like so. And there we are. Looks like we still haven't got the extra grant, but we're getting close. So several staff members are saying they're exhausted. That is true. And there's nothing much I can do about it, because they haven't got, at the moment, a staff room. These 2 areas here are going to become a staff room and something else. Haven't yet decided exactly what that'll be. There's some weird some weird removal of foundation and wall there. That's probably been a glitch. Or we need to get access to that. I don't really know. Just going through there, we can see there's lots of traits on some of these prisoners. And I'm just trying to see why they're not... The hearse is coming along, but they're not moving the bodies, which is suboptimal. Anyway, we've got the shower heads all the way across there, and then we can put some along the other side if we wanted to. Do we want to do that? What's the best way of doing it? The whole point in the renovations is not to completely make the prison again, because that would be, well, soul-destroying. But it's more about bringing up to spec and within reasonable levels, like functional, to oh, good grief, to something we would build nowadays. Anyway, I'm just checking over here. We can see that's a common room, and this is a common room. Sadly, this common room has suffered just a tiny, incy-wincy bit of fire damage there. So over to the walls and doors, to the concrete wall. Concrete wall will go across, and then down by one, and across, and then up by one. This one, by the way, is actually the wrong type of wall. I don't know if you can see that, but I will plan on that to be altered like so. I'll get them to crack on with that, because I know that if I don't, then I'll just end up forgetting as well. So there we are. The canteen is working. The laundry is in there and working too, which is fine. The morgue's getting cleaned. All this is getting cleaned. Sadly, it doesn't look like these prisoners are going to be able to be moved. It does say there, you can see they're in like a white jacket, and even though they are actually maximum security, and all those guys there, that just might be a relic of the save from because it's quite old. Anyway, I'm going to go over to foundations and then to our concrete foundations. I'm going to place a foundation in like so, because this is going to be a staff room. I could expand it down to actually here, because that would probably be a little bit better. And then along like so. Yeah, that'd probably be a little bit better. And then I can put some nice pathways in. So that should be alright. So we'll go over to our doors and our staff door, and we'll place a staff door in probably there. That should be fine. And then over to rooms, and then staff room, and then we'll designate all this as staff room once it has sorted itself out. Any second now. No, still not changing, is it? I don't know why. It's probably just waiting for one extra second. I'm actually probably waiting for that door. Let me focus on that door and prioritize that. And now that it's got a door, it should be legitimate. No, they're just trying to do that. I'm guessing. They go there and then they go immediately to resting. It's probably because they're really, really knackered. Let's have a look. 13 staff members are exhausted. Right. It's probably that then. Oh no. Can you see that? There's workers doing nothing. Oh, we got some pathing problems now. I'm going to dismantle that. That door is pointless. That's a problem. I'm going to cancel all that. Cancel a lot. Redo it. Building concrete. Like that. Requires an entrance. If I do that, it should be fine. And that should be it. There we go. Okay. Bit of a weird one with that light in there, which I will dismantle, but we can now go to staff room. There we go. That's now set. Oh, death. Destruction, escape, attempt to attack staff. Cop killer. Ah. So that's actually been one of the guards that's probably killed them. Right, so they're now resting in here. It's not yet a legitimate staff room, but we'll do our best. So put a nice little coat stand there. We'll put some drinks machines in, like so. I'll just sort of have some nice gaps there. And then wide sofas. It's actually far too large, this thing. Just realised the size of it is a bit crazy. But it'll do. And there we go. I'll come back and furnish the rest of it. I'm just getting it built so it actually functions fine. I'm going to go to flooring, concrete tiles, and then place concrete tiles in here, because the walking around here is a little bit of a problem. The speed is quite low So putting this in will speed them up. There we go. That's now in. I'm going to check out utilities. We will run these utilities in here like that, and that should be all functional. We have our metal detectors in this section, but I don't think they're actually of any use, because when people walk around here, it doesn't seem to function. We have a staff door there, but I don't have a staff door there, and I don't know why that is. Let me dismantle all of these, because these all should be staff doors, and I don't know why they're not. So get rid of all of those. Actually, let me just go over to objects, go down to the bottom, and then dismantle object, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go, and then I'll put those in when we can. I'm also going to go to flooring and to the concrete tiles, then place one there because there was a section missing. Back over to the walls and doors, and then obviously place all of these in like so, because quite frankly they should have been in from the beginning, and I don't know why they haven't been put in, because they were obviously in the game at some point around this time, because these are in here, so I really don't know. Anyway, those are now placed in. Obviously the boxes there haven't been brought over to here because there's still some TVs, but I'll sort that out in a moment. What I'm actually going to do is go for a long-term investment. Might as well set that up. We could increase our bank loan, and I think I will max it out just because I want to get our credit rating increased. But we can also check out our, where would it be? Bureaucracy. Dogs are actually there. We'll go for body armor because certainly something that we need for this facility. Guard towers we don't need, but I will probably place one in the center here because that seems like a nice, decent thing to do. Back over to deployment and then to staff only areas, and then I'm going to set up all of this here. Well, that is insecure, and I don't know why. I mean, it's just a little bit of... you know what it might be? I think it is because if I remove the garbage section there, yeah, it's actually on that little door. So that should now be done, and it will probably not say insecure anymore. Let me just check. Oh no, it still says insecure. It doesn't need to be secure though, it's just the garbage room. Okay, that's fine. So we've got that sorted there. We've got the shower to be built on, so let's finish that. We're going to go to flooring and to white tiles. White tiles will go down like so. We're going to go up to this one, set the white tiles in there, back down to this one, set the white tiles in there, and back over to concrete. We'll place all of the concrete around here like it needs to be set up as, and that is about right for now. I think that's okay. So that's fine. I want to extend the common room and, well, both common rooms down. This one we're probably not going to alter because I think it's a little bit too much of a problem. So that's fine. We have metal detectors in here. Can they go anywhere? No. I'm thinking if they're coming here through the canteen, they always have to pass through at least one of these metal detector sets. I'm trying to think if there's any gap. Like if we go this way, they'll have to go through these ones. So we should be all right there. We should be okay. So that's set up. I'm going to go over to our intake here, and I'm going to go to total prisoners, and I will say bring in, it would be max sec. And do we have access to them? It says we have 18, no, 95, and number per day. We've got 37. If I bring in 13, that'll bring us up to a decent amount. Okay, that's fine. Now what we need to do is set up an area for... how we're going to build the reception. Realistically, the reception would go in here. But with the design of it, it's not going to fit. So a little bit of a redesign around here is needed. Let me do that now. So a concrete wall can go across there. It can also go across, say, there. Demolish all of those walls. Then want to dismantle that door, and dismantle that door. Yeah, that's fine. Then we want a staff door placed in here, here, and then here. Might as well place one on that side to get access to this as well. And then I can now close off this section. Although I'm tempted to expand this and have this as our storage because we've got a huge abundance of it. So that's now in. Problem, as you can clearly see, is that we don't really have a secure area. So I'll do that. 2 large jail doors, followed by a jail door there. Yeah, that's fine. And yes, that's okay. And then over to our metal detectors, which will go in there, like so. They'll require, oh, I was going to say they require electrical connection, but they have got one. And let's have the reception then. So reception, in like so. All your standard stuff. So we'll have a chair in like so. Office desk right at the front. And we can fit 2 tables in like that. Actually fit 4 tables in. And that should do us quite nicely. Alright, yeah, staff. Need dog handlers. So I've got, how many dog handlers did I get there? 4 dog handlers. Okay, that's fine. Let me just put in the flooring. There's a lot of flooring we could actually go for. Originally, we only went with these tiles because, well, quite frankly, there wasn't much else. I'm not going to redo it then. I think sticking with that would be fine. Reception's now in. Deployment, assign guards. I'm going to assign one to there. I think that's reasonable. Over to rooms, doesn't really matter what we select because I'm just going to remove that little section there because I don't want them in deliveries. And I think what we'll do then is go to foundation concrete and build all the way up to there. Okay, and this is going to be a couple of things. Firstly, it'll be a corridor going through to here so we can have access to that bit. But I need a kennel and I need an armory. That's now so... don't change. So we'll have to remove that section there. Add in a wall along there. And there. While we're on, staff door goes in there. And how do I want to set this up? I need at minimum a kennel and an armory. Could I just... I could just run a wall right across here and have the entrance either side. I could do that. Kennel's probably going to be a bit bigger. Although that's still far too large for a kennel. And there's probably some more things we need to put in. So maybe have them come out and then down in that way. And then we'll have maybe one... Hang on. No. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be fine for most of the things we need. Let me double check. Armory, yes. Kennel, yes. And then whatever we need to put in. So kennel, go in there. Obviously they're going to start to... I was going to use the word complain, but they're going to be more under duress because they're now locked in. There we go. That's sorted now. So concrete tiles, I'll just go across. And then down like so. In there. And in the kennel, go a white tile. In the armory, and the other one I'll put something else. So the kennel's in, we just need to put the dog crates. So, big row dog crates. I hope that's the right direction. We shall soon see. We do need to get some power in there. That's now sorted. Yep, they're in the right direction as well, which is fine. Dog bowl. I'll put it on the other side as well. Excellent. So, we'll now have to check staff only. There we are. That's now set. We've also got a bit of a problem. Don't know if you saw, but it popped up and said there was some fighting. Oh yeah, unconscious. Gang member. Okay. Don't remember turning gangs on for this prison. That's a problem. Because I don't think gangs were in the game when this was when this prison was made. In fact, if it was Alpha 6, then they weren't. Which means it's come on by default. For some reason. Unless it was brought. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. So, well, that's a problem. Okay. I guess it's just how it's going to have to be. Right. Staff room's in. Need to put some flooring in. How much money have we got? Quite a lot of money. Close the intake, because that was only for one day. Crack down on drugs. Going to do a shakedown. Going to get some more dog handlers. There's the 4 dog handlers. And let's see. Showers sorted there. Sort of. We could probably put some more shower heads in. Let's do that. As I said, there's no, like, real set way I'm doing this. I'm just going around, and if it requires something that I see fixing, I'll then just do it. And that's now fine. Showers in. Like I said, this could be expanded down, but I think it's just a little bit too much effort to crack on with now. So that's all sorted. What else do we need to sort out? Common room. We need some TVs. I mean, you don't need, but we are going to have some TVs. Let's dismantle both of those. Both of those. And probably both of those. And the TVs, which we have 28 of, will go in them corners. These ones will go there and there. There and there. Whoa! Is that a gang fight of some kind? Looks like it, yeah. And they're running off. Oh! They're breaking through here, and they're trying to escape. And they'll probably make it. Right, let's get some riot police in. Look at that. Gang members. Whoa, absolutely going crazy. Wow. That's something I haven't seen for a while. So, I'm going to bring these guys down. I'm going to reverse the lockdown because we need to allow them in. There we go. We'll get these guys in. Wow, absolutely smashed the place up. Didn't expect this. It could be a play to break it. There's an escape. There's more people getting past. Didn't take long, did it, for them to smash through these 2 jail doors? And then they've got access to this entire row. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to see if... No. I was going to say the gang leaders have probably knocked it on the head. Oh, wow. There's the gangs there coming through. Wow. Okay. Where's our riot police? Going to bring them back to the front. Because it's the only way out anyway. They have to come through here. So, we'll see what happens. Armory, then. I think is certainly a decent thing to build at this stage. So, weapons rack, which can be rotated now, but I'm going to place weapons rack either side. Tables, we just need a table. So we'll have 2 small tables on that side. And then guard lockers can be built right across, like so. So 15 deaths. Several of the inmates unconscious. Wow. So we need to do taser rollouts. What I also want is guard towers. I'm also going to research legal. Because quite frankly, I think we'll need to do that. So max speed it out while I crack on and do whatever they need to do. I'm also worried. Hang on, let me just check guards. Yeah, we've lost, I think it was 10 guards. And danger level is maxed out. Hygiene need. I can understand the safety need being maxed out. That makes perfect sense, really. But the other one's not so much. Okay. At least put that back. Let me check the regime. Oh, right. Okay. That's actually not too bad. No, that's not a bad regime. Put lockup in the middle like we usually do. But they've got more free time than most places. And they don't have jobs. There's no... It's work/free time, so they can fulfill those needs. Anytime they want, they can go to that shower. Apart from these guys, you understand. The ones in lockdown. The ones in solitary. Which there are several waiting. 28 dead bodies. Policy. I'm going to change it so none of this gets moved up because we've still got the standard stuff. These bodies, they're just not going to be able to move. So that's something that sadly I can't fix. A shame. A shame. Anyway, over to objects and then 2 chairs. And we're going to rotate these round and put sets of chairs in there, sets of chairs in there. Go over to this side and we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Then up to the top and then similar thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there we go. We'll let them crack on. And, oh, there's also someone there as well. And then there's more fighting too. Right, so we do need to build... Sorry, we've already built it, but we'll hire some armed guards. We're going to max it out. So this is where we go for patrols and deployment. So patrols, we have several patrols around here. They're all garbage, so let me just get rid of all of those. And I will do the same thing around here and across this area. Get rid of all of these. They just need to be redone. That one's actually not too bad, but it is going through a wall that wasn't originally there, so we'll change that. So we want to have the blue patrol for the standard guards and magenta for an armed guard. So we'll do that. So we'll have this go across and then down and then right across and then join up to there. So that's fine. We could actually probably do that and split it up, but the reason they added these extra colours in, well, extra colour, is so you can split it up and they won't join up. So we'll have in this one then, we'll have a dog around here as well, and we will have armed guards. 2 of. In here, we're going to do something similar. Magenta patrol will go up, across, and blue patrol I want to cancel there and cancel there. That's about right. Blue patrol are there. Assign guards to the blue patrol. Magenta, down, across, and then to there. That's fine. And assign armed guards. 1, 2. And then, do we need 2 there? Yeah, I think we do. And then, once again, magenta. So, magenta patrol will be right round the edge to there. I could set it up as a loop if I wanted to. And, indeed, I think I will. Like that. That's fine. 2 armed guards. Magenta patrol again. And this should hopefully stop a lot of what we've just seen. Or what it'll do is give ready and easy access to weapons to the inmates, which is the exact opposite of what I was trying to achieve. But, you know, the intention is to make it more safe and secure. Blue patrol, we will have a blue patrol. Which, tell you what, remove that. Put that in there. No, that was actually fine the way we had it. That was fine the way we had it. Like that. There's the armed patrols. And then on a blue patrol, literally just a presence of someone in there. We could set up a walkway along here. like that. And then same on this side. Hang on, is that different? Yeah, this should be moved further up. There's some difference in sizing here. Because that should go along there. That should be one further up, I think. Yeah, that's got a gap of 3, that's a gap of 2. Oh, well, I would have known that unless I put all these in. Then assign guards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so there's all of the assignments. Dog handlers we haven't yet set up. I think we'll probably assign the dog handlers like so. 1, 2, 3. And we'll probably put 1 in there as well. Well over engineered, but hopefully it will do what we want it to do. Hire some, well, get some more lockers in. And hire some more guards when we can. 2 more dog handlers there. Oh, what I will do as well. Like that. To sniff around the outside to see if there's anyone trying to escape. So, there's our put in. That's a bit better. Get rid of them riot police. Don't need them anymore. Get rid of our grant. Don't need it anymore. We've got a decent one there. We've got max sec infrastructure implementation, which we're going to get straight away. Going to get probably staff wellbeing initiative, which is done. Tool cleanup, which we'll do. And then we will do a full shakedown probably tomorrow. Right, so over here then, we need to move this up because it was different. I don't know if the planning tool was actually added at this stage. I don't know if it was something that we would have seen by this point. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's interesting to see just how much is added. But then again, and also not so much because, quite frankly, there just wasn't much in the game when it first came out. So we can say, oh yeah, there's been massive improvements, but, you know, you go from 2 features to 3, and yeah, that's a massive improvement. I don't think that's a damning statement considering, you know, I've played the game for so long. Anyway, let's go over to our objects once again, pool table, and we'll place the pool tables in like so. I'm just going to double check how have we set that up. It is exactly like I've done it there, and then that goes in there, I think, like so. It's something like that, and that will have to do. In this common room here, is anything I need to set up? I'm not entirely sure. We could put an arcade cabinet in there. A bookcase, it says, a shorter shelf for books, indoor only. Now, I don't think putting them here will actually do anything like that. But I'm going to put them in anyway, just to see what would happen. I don't think anything will happen. I don't think we'll fill them up. But it looks good in there. So, you know, we've got that going for us, which is nice. Not going to put one in there because it will be... Oh, no, we'll... Nah, we'll suck it. Right, so that's fine. Showers in there. All these are designated shower. All those are done. These probably need altering. In fact, I can see because there's not a gap between there and there, so I'd have to move them down. I'm not going to bother because it's far too much of a hassle, and we have guard towers now, so I will place a guard tower there and a guard tower there, and then I will hire a couple, and I'll say a couple, probably 3 snipers. 1, 2, 3 snipers. Also hire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 armed guards, and there we are. So this is a slight problem now because, as you can see, in terms of our money, we are on negative. So I'm going to go to intake and I'm going to say number per day, and we currently have 44. I'm just going to bring 20 people in, and that should hopefully do for now. For the cookers, kitchen, and canteen, it seems to be fine. And I guess now then it is a simple matter of putting in as many automatic door openers as I could possibly manage. But there's going to be a bit of a difference. Armed guards will be assigned to each security room. Like so. In each security room, we will have a door control system. He says that won't fit in. 1 there. 1 there. And 1 in there. Why won't that fit in? Oh, because of the filing cabinet. Right, okay. Alright. those set up. Do I want one in here? No, but am I going to put one in? Yeah, sort of am. Phone tap. A couple of phone taps. Door control system. So that's in. Each one of these will be connected to door servos. However, the servos are only going to connect their cell or their their block to these bits here. So let's just put these in like that, and then these ones will also require them, and there we go. I'll also put them in here, but not at the front because that would be a false economy. I'm also going to put storage in here for now. I say for now, it's almost certainly permanent. The reason I want to do that is because there's loads of stuff blocking doors and I need to sort that out. So, where we have these automatic door openers that apparently are not connected to the grid, which is annoying. It's because it's technically classed as outside, I think. That's okay, we can connect it up. We have the technology. There we are. Oh, all those doors there as well. Whoops. Right, so door servos, we'll go for 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't need these. Oh, actually, I will do that, but I'm not going to do the security doors. You know what? I might as well, because if they've already broken through it, then, yeah, it's already too late. And have we not got... No, we haven't got doors there. So we've got doors on the other side, but we haven't got these doors. But then again, we expected something like this to happen. Found all of these little extra bits that we can fix when we need to. Oh, here we go. Right, that stopped quickly, didn't it? Fine. Over to our intake, close that off. We now have 63 prisoners. Max speed this out. Door servos. One there, one there. And that's in. We'll have the doors on there. So this is where we have to be careful with the connection. So each door servo will control the doors leading to its area. So this one is only going to control these 3 doors. We don't need access to these doors here. We don't need door servos and them ones. This one will be something similar. So from here it'll go 1, 2, and then 3. And then the one in the middle is the important one. This one controls pretty much everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, all of these ones on this side, which, I mean, this is just a crazy one anyway, all the way to this end, as well as there and there. So that's fine. Oh, and that one there too. Almost certainly there's going to be bits missing. I'm aware of that. It's just something I'm not going to manage. And that's it, I think. Okay, good. And while we're at it, we'll connect the phone tap up to the phone booths. This one will control the bottom ones. And then this top one will control that. And we'll put a phone booth in there, because we've had even more problems. Right. Still 2 dead guards there. Still the people down here. There's nothing we can do about that. I'm going to get rid of the bookcases because, quite frankly, it was a stupid idea. And I don't know why I did it. There we go. And I'll put proper bookcases in. The ones that actually supply books. There's a death. Ex-law enforcement and snitches. We don't have any protective custody. It was never planned. Well, there's our guard towers, which I'm happy about. So all of these doors that are locked open will change to be locked. Well, not locked at anything, just change to standard. There's still this weird delay going between the stuff you click on. And that one, I think that's most of them. Yeah. Oh, that one. Door servo. And almost certainly we'll need to power that up, so I'll do that preemptively. So that one will control this one once it gets opened. You can see they're coming along. Place that in there. Right, good. Happy with that. Excellent. So, objects, book, shelves. Was that what I originally wanted? Because this does fulfill the literacy needs. And there we are. Okay. Just need to put in... What else do we need to do? Well, we've managed to get a lot more stuff added in, which I'm happy with. We don't have access to all these little areas, but I don't really care too much. So basically, it's building this. Got the armory. We need to put some flooring in there. Let's do that. I think flooring, red carpet. I did like the way the red carpet looked in the previous one. So we'll put the red carpet in. Some concrete tiles in there. Well, this is going to get the concrete tile treatment. Because it's our new storage. And the armory can get... Great. Yeah, it's fine. There we go. They don't have needs because staff needs aren't on, but they do need a staff room. So that's now in. Let me just double check. Deployment for staff only. Security rooms are staff only, yes. All of these are staff only. Visitation isn't. I was going to change it up. I've decided not to. It's too much work to do that. These areas don't have access. No access to them, but when in doubt, staff only out. There we go. And there we are there. So, another major one. Definitely a major one, actually. For a start, shakedown. Been meaning to do one for quite some time. Haven't done it. Let's set it going. And walls and doors, road barrier. On the top and bottom. Followed by a road gate. And concrete walls. Will go along all the way down, because this obviously will stop a lot of these escaping. This needs to be opened. What I'm going to do is, do I want a door control system? The problem with the door control system, especially if it was connected up there, this can then be overridden. What I'll do then, I will just set up a guard. It's always going to be law of a guard. Blue patrol. Like that. Let's see if it works. Assign guard. I want to see if that functions like as intended. So they should be stationed around here. And they do that. Yes, excellent. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we'll do the same thing up here. Blue patrol, right across. Assign guard like so. Bit of a waste, but it means that there's always someone around there to open those doors. And that should massively help that out. Okay, fine. I'm going to go over to rooms. Have exports. Just that. It just doesn't matter. It's just to selling of the logs and that sort of thing. Yeah, see there's a couple of people that we can't remove. It's a shame about that, but there you are. There's our bookshelves, and you can see that has a literacy need thing. Speaking of needs, the spirituality, literature, and drugs need. But we're not going to be building anything else on that front. We are, however, going to go to... Oh, I was going to say we're going to go to quick build and cloning, but that ain't going to happen. Instead, we're going to go to intake and then to filter capacity, and we'll do just that. I think most of these cells are sorted. That guy needs access to that. That's fine. So we need to do find 10 illegal narcotics, remove the supply of stolen weapons. I'll do another shakedown tonight. I'm trying to think if there's any other major improvements to be made. The major improvements we've made here are basically the security improvements. Dogs, armed guards, better patrols, better, well, actual door openers because they weren't in, better CCTV. When I mean better, I mean it's connected, which normally makes it better. And actually, we won't do that. We'll do that just to pull that corridor up. And we're going to do a shakedown. This is a classroom. This is staff only. This will be solely for teaching certain things in the programs here. There's lots of stuff we could set up. Pharmacological treatment to drug addiction, 3 in the queue. We'll start that. Do we want to do that? It was never really about rehab, this place. Doesn't mean to say it can't be about rehab. Behavioural therapy we can't do because we don't have an office that's in here. What we'll do then is we will... Oh, we'll have to check what's happening here because danger level is flying right up. And I have a feeling... Actually, I don't know why it's flying right up. Probably unnecessarily searched recently, they say. But there's a lot of deterrence around, so we're doing alright on that one. Going to go over to our grants once again. We've got the prisoner acclimatization and engagement. I'm going to set that up and do our very typical thing, which is go to rooms, cleaning cupboard. We're going to put a cleaning cupboard in here, and there we go. It is indoors. We'll go over to our logistics, prison labour, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we remove all of those, and then finally remove the cleaning cupboard that we've placed there. Okay, that's fine. So good money, good intake, lots of people coming in, and we've still got this shakedown which I will stop. We still need to find more drugs. Manufacturing facility we're not getting. We're not going to do any reform. We'll go for cell block C, and we'll go over to our bureaucracy. Taser rollout for everybody. We're going to go for legal prep probably eventually after we've done this. So speaking of this, let me get that sorted. Over to quick build and cloning. We want to clone the entire thing, but we want to flip it and... Hang on. Let me try that again. Quick build and clone. There it is. So that is the... That's the clone of it there. We want to rotate it and then flip it. And that is correct, I think. Okay. Click. And we begin construction. It'll be slightly different because there's bits missing, but we'll sort that out. It's going to take quite a while to build that, but we'll let them crack on. That's why I finished this off first. I did say at the start I was going to maybe put parole in here and alter these ones, but quite frankly, it'll take too long. You know, it's not this wasn't an exercise in playing this long term. It was just bringing it up to modern standards, which we have reasonably done. Certainly been fewer deaths, because remember we stopped playing this. I think it was... when we rolled over to the next alpha, that was the main reason, because the low-risk prison was fine. That was working fine. The high-risk prison, this one, we had so many security problems, and indeed you saw at the start when it had burnt down, we had loads of fights and things like that, so yeah. Anyway, we're not going to do another shakedown tonight, because obviously we've got things to build. And, oh, that's wrong, look at that. Have I... Something's... Gap of 2, gap of 1. Huh. 31. 31. 34 to the end. 35 to the end. The prison's one off. It's one off. Don't know what I could do about that, other than build it manually. I'd have to do that. I'd have to shrink it right down. Cancel this bottom section, move it up by 1, and shift everything up by 1. I'm telling you now, that's not going to happen. It's not happening. There's no way I'm going to go back to fix that bit there. Nope. Nope. Just flat out refuse. Right, we're going to go over to our programs here. We're going to set up some guard taser certification, and we're probably going to run at least a couple of those. There we go. So they're still cracking on building here. We'll have to alter this door. We'll have to shift it up by a little bit, and you know, it's yeah, it's different size, but it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. You know, I would have used the planning tool back in the day if we had access to the planning tool. Bit of a fight going on here. Free fire. Do you want free fire? Yeah, free fire's on. But it's actually the armed guard that's been taken out. So I will hire another armed guard. And free fire's on, so leader of the gangs have been punished. Ah, right, so is that one of the leaders? So the danger level is going to fly up now. The danger level is going to fly up. Yeah, that is a leader of the gang. End punishment, because if we don't, it's just going to have that go up and up and up, and it's just going to be more problem than it's worth. Right, so 2 more dog handlers, 2 more guards. Actually, let's sort that out. Okay. That's getting sorted. This is getting built. Seems it's taking quite some time, but that's just going to be the case. But there's been a lot less violence in the place. Overall, quite happy with what we've achieved. So I'm going to run through the changes because honestly, I'm not going to build all. I'm not going to wait for this to be built and then put it all connected up, because we get the idea. We've overhauled it. That was the original intent, was to overhaul and, well, remaster and rebuild and renovate all the R's, and I think we've done just that. We have added in a lot more security. So we've added phone taps, automatic door openers, connected up the CCTV, sectioned off the door control system such that they control only their wing. So you've got, rather than a central control thing that can be compromised, you've got different sections that can be sealed off. We have a lot more access to different areas because of the staff doors. Around here is still a bit iffy, and even now it's still a bit dodgy because they wouldn't go this way, even though it is like the secure area. You'd have to put the preferred travel route thing, and that still doesn't really work. We've managed to rebuild it so the shower is the showers have been overhauled so they have drains instead of the metal detectors which caused the original power surge. We've got in the working TVs now and some bookshelves in there. We have the staff room in for the staff. We do have a lot more stuff unlocked. We've got tasers, we've got body armor, we've got sniper and guard towers there. We have increased capacity in the infirmary. We've got more stuff unlocked in the bureaucracy stuff. We haven't got a prison grading because we haven't released any prisoners. It'll be unlikely that we'd ever release any prisoners. We have a wall around the outside, which if I go over to staff only, I can actually set up now, which is fine. And overall then, I think we have done quite well. We do need to find 10 legal narcotics. I'll do a shakedown because, yeah, I want to see if we can get that grant done. We are still making money. We are coming close to our 100 capacity, which we've just gone over there. So that is a nice little cheeky grant there. And we're going to go for cell block D and probably inmate nutritional research. We won't ever do it, but we can set it up anywhere. Valuation is 290,000 generic units of currency. And there you go. That has been a little bit of rebuilding, renovation and overhauling, bringing a prison from the 2013s up to now. And overall quite happy. If I was to build this design again, which is always a possibility, I would probably alter the way the canteen works. Yeah, I think so. I would have a better plan for the prison access. So these two bits here, so this section and then this section, was originally designed to be just for the guards and staff, but it didn't really work like that. The yard I would probably keep the same. I like the size of it. The outside solitary. The problem is stuff can be thrown over this wall, so I would alter that. I would probably bring it back to there, which is all fine. The fact that it's all indoors has made it a lot more secure. The guard towers are probably in the right position. The visitation is terrible. I would redo that so it was more close to the entrance, and also I would use the proper visitor booths so no contraband can be smuggled across. I do like the security rooms in here. I would probably redo the common room to have it more sealed off and maybe include more stuff in it, but quite frankly these do the job. And there's some more fighting, and that's probably a gang leader. It is. It's actually a legendary prisoner, Alex Clark, and we can see from their character, extremely strong, tough, volatile, stoical, blah blah blah. You get the idea. And they are a gang leaders, which I'll cancel that so the danger level doesn't go up. Either way, that has been a bit of an overhaul, and hope you have enjoyed it. Oh, also we put this around the outside with a road gate and road barrier. So the original intention, I think, was a decent goal, and I believe we've pulled it off quite well. I know, some people would really want this to be completed. It's just another 10 minutes to get it sorted. Put the lighting in, put the water in, connect up the door to here and here, and then it's pretty much sorted. But as I said, we're going to continue with this one. Overall, quite happy with what we've accomplished. If you want to see more of this sort of thing, going back to renovate old ones and change things around the biomes, let me know. If you want to change the theme of something, so alter it so it's like high risk to low risk, or vice versa, change it so we have more workshops or whatever. Any ideas that you have, then by all means let me know. If it's an interesting thing, then we could maybe have a look at it. Either way, hope you have enjoyed this little mess around and this little renovation. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.